Sonicstate here at Synthfest 2018, and we're here with Tom from Audeze. And the last time we were together, that was at Superbooth, and the Mobius headphones, they hadn't been released yet.
No, we were on the Generation 1 prototype that we had with us, yeah.
Right, but now they've just been released?
Yes, literally 2 days ago, the first stock delivery, at least of the blues, have come in.
Right, because we saw them in the prototypes, so had the kind of copper look, didn't they? But
yeah.
But then they're available in the two
colourways, the copper and the blue, yeah.
Okay. And now, if you've seen that first video, I was absolutely fooled by the Waves NX processing inside them can generate this kind of sort of like a
virtual mix room. Well, it is. It's the exact same algorithm that they use in the NX Mix Room plugin, but it's embedded into the actual cup of the headphone itself.
Right. But now there is an extra thing that's available within, and that's the
LDAC streaming. So basically, it's a digital headphone. They connect either via USB or this LDAC. And what LDAC is, it's a Sony protocol, which it transmits at about 3 times the data rate of normal Bluetooth. So I think it's like 990 kbps. How it does it is a lossy protocol, but what it does is it truncates bit depth as it goes up in frequency. So basically once it goes out of the range of human hearing, it starts reducing the bit depth down. So what it means is actually at 44, 48K and 16-bit, it's pretty much 99.9% bang on. And it's, to my ears anyway, it's indistinguishable from a cable connection. Also, it actually defaults to 96K and 32-bit over Bluetooth from your phone, and the upsampling does do a nice little lift. It's a very nice thing to have.
Well, and I'm assuming there's going to be a little bit of latency there. Do you know what the latency is?
Yeah, so over Bluetooth, to be honest, it depends a lot with the connection. However, LDAC itself reduces the latency. It's actually a much lower latency codec than both aptX and SBC, so it is lower latency through it. It's still not quite enough, I've found, to actually run, well, the problem is only at the minute Android have implemented it in their stack, so it's implemented on Oreo. Not all manufacturers yet support it, but unfortunately Apple and everyone else haven't actually enabled any computers, to my knowledge, to have the LDAC stack. But it is open, so it can be implemented by them and put into it. So hopefully in the future we'll see more and more computers implementing LDAC in on that side, and then they can utilise the high latency.
So you mentioned it's got the Android support, specifically Oreo support, but iOS users who are normally well catered for, what can we do? What can us iPhone users do?
Right, so it does support the top AAC codec over Bluetooth.
Okay, so it will work wirelessly.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it is AAC. It's a lossy format. The best connection to them is digital.
Right.
Now, they did announce before release that it wasn't going to be compatible with the camera connection kit, so you couldn't do the USB connection out of it through the converting into a USB-A connector. However, I can reveal that these that have shipped work perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
So that's a completely uncompressed, top quality.
Yeah, absolutely. Over the cable connection, it works really well. I've had it on a variety of different iPhones. So yeah, it seems to be that if you want to have that perfect quality over USB, it's no hassle. It has got a line in, but they're all about digital connectivity. So it's USB-C on the headphone, which will connect up either natively USB-C into a new MacBook or anything else that's got it. It also comes with a USB-A cable, so it can connect up to any legacy devices. And actually, on macOS and in fact on Windows running ASIO for all, I've had super low latency operation out of it. Unfortunately, the ASIO driver's not yet ready. But it doesn't matter. ASI overall has given me figures that I've never seen the likes of before in kind of using that driver. Wow. So I think it'll definitely work for now.
So that's a very, very minimal rig then. That means for simply like mixing purposes, it's just a laptop and the headphones.
Yeah, just plumb it in via USB. Of course, it has got the surround sound, so it will map all 8 channels of 7.1 over USB. The Bluetooth and the rest of the connectivity is limited to 2 channel, and unfortunately it is 48K only for the full NX processing. So you get a choice, either it's 96K in 2 channel or 48K, and you can have the room emulation.
Okay, but for a pair of headphones though, I mean, just to go over that feature set then, it's an enormous feature set for a pair of headphones.
It's ridiculous. I think it is the most full-featured set of headphones ever. So you've got, first off, it's the only set of Bluetooth planar magnetic headphones in existence that we know of. Then also, it's a closed back. So the DSP is helping compensate for the frequency response. So it's super accurate with that. You've got the room emulation with Waves NX with it.
I see there's a microphone there as well.
Yes, you get a boom mic.
Can you use that then? Can you actually record that over the USB, like as an audio in?
Yes, it comes in as an audio in channel. It also works over Bluetooth, so you can use it as a headset. And again, it's some of the guys who've been gaming with it obviously use it for the Discord and TeamSpeak and things like that.
Excellent. So, as I say, they've just become available. And what's the price, the UK price?
So that's £349. They should be around that. And literally, we have the blue in stock. There's not that many left of the first shipment already. The copper, I haven't yet got a delivery date on, but hopefully it shouldn't be too long.
And do they come with the microphone, or is that an optional extra?
No, it's with it in the box.
Okay, great. So, Ambisonics support, head tracking.
So, it'll do the Ambisonics. You use the NX. Ambisonics plugin on the computer, so it won't do it built into the headset. It'll do up to 7.1 inside, but you have to use the mix room plugin to enable the Ambisonics head tracking with it.
Okay, so for people who maybe want to plug them straight into a keyboard, a synth into it, is there a method for doing that?
Yeah, there is an analog in on it. However, it does, because it's a digital headphone, it's got to go through an extra A to D process to go through. So actually, if you want a pure analog headphone, perhaps one of the other range might be more appropriate. Things like the LCD2 Classic, that's sort of 599 SRP. It's an extremely detailed headphone, but it's open back. The whole thing about Mobius is it's closed back. It's just where you can use it. Trains, planes.
Right. Yeah. And I remember you showing us before that they are very kind of durable. You can twist them and
it's got a crazy headband, so you can chuck it in your bag. Although it doesn't fold up, it will fold flat, so a lot easier to go and pop it in. There should be a shipment of little cases for them that's due any day as well.
Oh, excellent. Okay. And I mean, we've talked about the planar drivers. That's really, really interesting. I had not experienced planar drivers before, but just to reiterate about that like uses a different, an unconnected sort of driver method, isn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't use speaker codes. So the whole thing about planar magnetic is you've got a really thin diaphragm in something like the LCD4Z that I've got here. This is the top of the range headphone. This is sort of $4,000. It's absolutely awesome, but it does a lot of its detail by the fact that the diaphragm in it is actually sub-micron thick. So it's super thin. It's etched with a magnetic circuit. That's magnetized by banks of magnets. And it just means that it's really fast to respond. So waveform reproduction, especially at low frequencies, like things like low frequency square waves, are actually reproduced very, very accurately.
So these would be a great set of headphones to go with your new Moog 1 then, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're really low impedance as well, and for something that's like that, they managed to basically re-engineer the old LCD4 design, which was super detailed, but it was 200 ohms, and it was they doubled the magnetic density of it, so it meant it was a very heavy thing, and it had real wooden finish. That's all been cast from magnesium. They've managed to really get the weight down, so a lot of the top mastering engineers have now swapped over onto using the 4Z.
Excellent. So I think, that about wraps it up. Thank you very much, Tom.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Wicked.
Nice one.
Cool.